Well, what a day we had yesterday for professional wrestling. What a day indeed. We're here to react and talk about Money in the Bank. I'm Stephen Connor, and I'm here to give you a show. You're tuning in to the Stephen Connor Show. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Before we get started with today's video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, hit that post notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. Without further ado, let's get started with today's topic. So, we're here to talk about Money in the Bank 2025. We start off with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Julia versus Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, and Stephanie Valkyrie. Stephanie Valkyrie pulled double duty. She had 3 matches within 24 hours. She had a tag match on SmackDown. She had a tag match at Worlds Collide with Lola Vice. And then she also had a matchup at Money in the Bank for the contract. This match is one of the most star-studded ladder matches for Money in the Bank ever. I think this actually might be the most star-studded women's ladder match. 2023, though, had Trish Stratus. I don't know. This is one of the best star-studded women's Money in the... Not just women's, Money in the Bank ladder matches, period. And I was expecting a little more from the ladder match. I'm not going to lie to you. However, I was really okay with anybody winning this. It was a case for all 6 women to win this match. It really was, especially the 3 upstarts, newcomers, Roxanne, Julia, and Stephanie Valkyrie. And then you had the 3 veterans in Alexa, Naomi, and Rhea Ripley. And like I said, I could see any of them as Miss Money in the Bank. I really did not want Rhea Ripley to win. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I could see all 6 winning, but I really didn't want Rhea Ripley to win. But it made sense in my head if she won, because let's be honest, Mommy in the Bank, them t-shirts would have sold. It would have cleared some big money for WWE. However, that's not the direction that they ended up going on. They had some amazing spots on there. It was 2 pop rocks or whatever, the Code Red, whatever you want to call it, the Fun Slip, Powerbomb, whatever you want to call it. It was the Raw. It would happen. It would, at the same time, it was cool. It was a nice little spot. Stephanie Valkyrie hit the Devil's Kiss on the ladder to Rhea Ripley. And shocking a lot of people, surprisingly to me, Naomi won, and people were really shocked. I can see why people were shocked. I honestly get why. I personally thought one of the up-and-comers from NXT was going to win, but I really am happy with the winner, and I'm glad that Naomi gets her shine. This heel persona, her character work, her promo with Bianca where she said, "I did it. Yeah, I did it," should be nominated for an Emmy. That's how damn good it is. I love this Proceed with Caution character. I love what her and Jay going back and forth on Twitter. It's just hilarious. It's just hilarious, and she's doing great work. And shout out to Naomi. Congratulations to her. Moving on, we'll be talking about Dominic Mysterio and Octagon Jr. Octagon Jr. competed earlier at Worlds Collide. He's another person who pulled double duty, and he was in a tag team match in the beginning, and he has a lot of respect for Rey Mysterio, and basically Dominic didn't like that, so Dominic beat him up and then told him, "I'll see you at Money in the Bank." This was like a quick 5-minute match, and Dominic won. Dominic won. He did what he did. He came and he left. So, yeah, good to see Dominic show he doesn't need the whole Judgment Day out there to get a win. And it was a nice showing for Octagon Jr. The next matchup that we had was Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. If Lyra Valkyria wins, Becky Lynch can no longer challenge for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. And if Becky wins, Lyra has to raise her hand. This match was the match of the night, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. This feud has really brought the best out of Lyra and has elevated the Women's Intercontinental Championship, in my opinion. I really do think that. And like like I said, this was a technical masterpiece. Lyra Valkyria is so great. She's getting so much better on the mic week by week, and she's so great in the ring. And her and Becky have immaculate chemistry together, and it shows each and every time they step in the ring together. Of course, it was some big near falls like the avalanche manhandle slam that Lyra kicked out of, and then in the end, they were having a back and forth with the pinning combinations, and then Becky pulled the shorts of Lyra Valkyria to get the win. And then after the match, see, this whole match, I thought Bayley was going to come, but she didn't come. But after the match, Lyra raised Becky's hand like she said, because she said, excuse my language, YouTube, but she said, if I lose, I'm going to raise that bitch hand. And she did. She kept her word. And then Becky got to, do it to all four sides. Then she said, put the title on me. And that's when I thought Bayley was going to come out. But then Lyra attacked Becky after the match and stood tall and walked off. So we'll see where we go from here with Becky and Lyra and Bayley. I am 100% sure that Bayley is going to get inserted to this feud at some point, some way, somehow. But this was a great match, and I loved every second of it. Some people, the people I watched it with, was mad that Becky won, but I liked the match overall, and I'm okay with the winner. Moving on, we had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had Seth Rollins, El Grande Americano, Andrade, LA Knight, Penta, and Solo Sikoa. This match started how I thought it should, with everyone who Seth attacked on Friday coming and jumping him. Because I kept telling people that Seth had too many ops to win this ladder match, and I thought all of them would get decimated and then Roman was going to come back. That's not what ended up happening. I think Roman might actually come back on Monday on Raw, but that's tomorrow. That's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother video to talk about. However, this match was good. I really liked this match. It had almost everyone who I thought would interfered, except for a few people. But overall, I really liked this match. I really enjoyed this match. What do y'all think about the advertisement on the ladder? What do y'all think about that the fireball ladder? What y'all think about that? But this has some great spots. Andrade has some great spots. But the moment of this was when Seth called for Breakker and Braun to come in. Bronson Reed and Braun Breakker to come in and wreak havoc. And then Solo's goons came out. JC Mateo, a.k.a. Jeff Cobb, and the United States champion, Jacob Fatu. And it was just, that building was crazy. And then Braun took out Mateo and himself, and then Jacob took out Bronson, and then Solo the whole match, bro. When I tell you guys, Solo this whole match was, I don't care what nobody say. I love you, Solo. Solo's comedy is off the chain. Solo is hilarious. I really like Solo right now. And him mocking Penta, LA Knight trying to be cool with everybody at the beginning of the match, then getting beaten up, and then him mocking him doing the Penta walk. And then when Jacob Fatu cleared the ring and set up the ladder and Solo, that one. Come on, Jacob, come on. Let's hug Jacob. He was so confident that he was winning. He was so confident that he was about to win. And he climbed that ladder. And let's not forget what he said on SmackDown. Jacob is all gas, no brains. Just like that. All gas, no brains. No, for real. But Solo climbed the ladder. And then Jacob grabbed the foot and said the most infamous line. The line we've all been waiting for. I hate you, Solo. And dropped Solo. He hit him with a super kick, hit him with the Fatu moonsault. I don't know what you call it, so I'm just going to call it the Fatu moonsault. And then he hit him with a flying or turning Solo. I forget what you called it, but something Solo. He just Uranagi through the ladder. It was insane. So Jacob Fatu has officially turned on Solo Sikoa. And I can't wait to see where that storyline goes. But then after all that carnage, LA Knight comes in. And right when we think it's over and LA Knight was going to win, he got stomped into oblivion. And Seth Rollins is your new Mr. Money in the Bank. I did not think they was going to. I don't know why I didn't think. They made it so obvious. And for some reason, I thought that meant he wasn't going to win. Because they made it obvious that CM Punk was winning the Royal Rumble. And you see what happened there. So I thought that they was just, it's just obvious. Where's Roman? Where's Punk? Where's Sammy? Someone's music. Nah. Seth pulled down Money in the Bank. To me, that is the most controversial thing they did this whole show. So you let me know your thoughts down below. You let me know. And finally, we got the main event. The 17-time, never seen 17-time World Heavyweight Champion. The last real champion who was gracing Los Angeles with his presence for the last time. John freaking Cena. And the future of WWE, and the last real champion, my bad. And the future of WWE, the Maverick, the YouTube sensation, he built himself up from the ground. He's a hard-working individual. He had no help. He had no help whatsoever. Logan Paul. Let me stop, y'all. But for real, it was Logan Paul and John Cena versus the World Heavyweight Champion Geek Jey Uso main event and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. This match in the beginning was very slow and boring to me. It picked up towards the end. The spot where Logan grabbed his drone and got absolutely destroyed was absolutely beautiful. And then when Logan hit the move, the backflip thing through the table on Jay, that was absolutely amazing. You can hate Logan Paul as a person. You can strongly dislike him, not like him. I get it. I understand. However, you need to give credit where credit is due. Logan Paul is one hell of a wrestler. I don't know if y'all want to admit that or not, but Logan Paul is one hell of a wrestler, and I am giving him his props. I'm giving him his respect now. It's disrespectful to call him a celebrity wrestler. This man is 100% through and through a real professional wrestler, and he proves it every time he gets in the ring. Moment after moment, deliver after deliver. He had that little hiccup when he tried to hit the buckshot lariat, but Jey Uso super kicked him, so it didn't matter anyway. He wasn't going to connect. But still, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He is great in the ring. And then the match ended, ref getting distracted. Cena hit Cody with the WWE title. And then all hope was lost. And then you see a black hoodie with black jeans come in and start wailing on Cena. And someone said, oh, it's Jimmy Uso. He took off that mask. It was Ron Killings, a.k.a., FKA, formerly known as R-Truth, because he's now Ron Killings. And is this a serious R-Truth? This is serious Ron Killings we getting? He's officially re-signed WWE, got his merch up. He's now Ron Killings, no more R-Truth. And it looks like they might go on a serious route with him. It looks like this wasn't a work like people say it was. It's not. His son said that he was fired, and so did R-Truth. He said he was let go. However, in the last 72 hours, WWE reached out to contact him to renegotiate his contract. Once again, the fans did something major. Last year, we want Cody, we want Truth, and look at what happened. You got him. Ron Killings is back. And he hit Cena with the title. Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads, and then as soon as that match was over, Cena got the hell out of Dodge because he said, Seth, you ain't cashing in on me. I can't wait to see where they go with Jey Uso from here. Monday is going to be interesting. They did announce the return of Nikki Bella, and also WrestleMania will be heading back to Vegas. You let me know your thoughts on that. I believe Nikki Bella is returning because it's in her hometown, I believe, of Scottsdale, Arizona. I think that's what but she's from Arizona. And then on top of that, Evolution is coming up as well. I can't wait to see where they go with John and Cody. I can't wait to see what's next for Logan, what's next for Jay. He got Gunther and Seth lurking, and King and Queen of the Ring coming up. It's a lot of stuff coming up, and I just can't wait to see it, react to it, review it, and talk about it with y'all. So like I said, you let me know your opinions down below of Money in the Bank. You let me know what you think about that ending, and let me know what you think about Miss Money in the Bank Naomi, Mr. Money in the Bank Seth freaking Rollins. I'm Steven Conner, and you have been tuning in to the Steven Conner Show. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, be good people. Steven Conner out. Peace.